Morning, everybody, from Zurich, Switzerland today, where we're going to be working on what I call a contaminated start or a controlled contaminated start. Specifically, what we need to deal with in tracking and trailing in urban environments is always contamination. And the simple act of starting a tracking dog on a track that's there is simple when there's only one track, but in the city it's really never that case. And this is why scent articles can be incredibly important, but also, more importantly, management of the scene from a scent perspective, and also having a canine that's scent specific, that his job from the beginning of training until deployment has always been to isolate specific human odors and following that odor. In this scenario, what we're doing is we're simulating a strong arm robbery, where a suspect comes in, accosts several people, picks out one, and physically removes money or a wallet or jacket, and then takes off on foot. What I've got somebody doing is filming how our guy walks out of the area. And as you can see, this is a fairly decent-sized urban area. It's an industrial place. We've got a little bit of traffic, and we've got people walking down on both sides of the sidewalk. It's not really an easy place to track in, especially when you have such a contaminated start. There's multiple people there, and it's a confusing scent picture for the dog. This is why it's really, really important that when we're training, that we're not just training to track multiple surfaces or road crossings or vehicles, dogs, cats, so on and so forth, but we also have to practice the reality of the start. The situation in most criminal cases is that it's just not a clean track out of a crime scene. Usually something's happened. In the case of robberies, it's usually multiple people involved. And we have to have a dog that can come into that situation, that scenario, that crime scene, and sift through the multiple odors and pick one out. Now, it's not just a matter of picking out the thing that it likes the most. We've got to specifically push that dog in one particular direction based on our canvassing of the scene and how things went down. This is why understanding scent, how it works, what's been contacted and what hasn't, is really important before you actually start your dog. So the next thing I do is once our subject has left the scene and he's out of the area, I'll take my multiple people here at the beginning and I'll just have them kind of walk all over the area. What I'm trying to do is spread their odor out throughout the crime scene. I want to cross over the track of my subject to further confuse that track, make it a little bit more difficult for the dog to start with. So the dog actually has to work through these things to get to the track. Now what's amazing is how quickly and easily Skeech flies through this later when we actually get to his part of this video. Enjoy.
We have the crime scene. Okay.
This is Officer Alain Jacour and his canine Skeech. Now they've been working with us, our little village, for about 5 years. We have multiple trainers that are really responsible for his basics, and he's really come a long way. This is a great patrol dog, does a fantastic job on the street, and you're going to see how he just slices through this tracking scenario like butter. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, what the dog's working on here is not really just the scent article, but also what we call missing member. Missing member is a style of trailing. It's actually been around for a long time. It was first written about in 1937. And what's going on here is the dog is actually isolating all the odors that are here as it gets into the situation and immediately gravitates to the scent article. It knows each and every one of these people as it gets in here, and it immediately isolates the missing person track. This is one of the ways the dogs work. With or without a scent article, this missing member can be incredibly powerful.
Okay, let's call him out. Let's call him out. Good girl. He's dead.
Thanks for watching this GA Canine training video, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what we do and you want more of it, please make sure you check out my book. It's called The Tao of Trailing, and it's available at gacanine.com.